Alright troops, in this video here we're going to configure a Siemens Unified HMI to work with Smart Server. The client wants to be able to use a tablet to control the HMI, and the way we're going to do this is we're going to set up an access point that the tablet can connect to via Wi-Fi, and the PLC network will be hardwired to the access point. Okay, so now we're going to open up our project and we're going to go down to the HMI and we're going to select runtime settings, and then under remote access there you'll see Smart Server. So what we need to do is we need to enable it, we need to set a password for user 1 and user 2, and it's up to you whether you authorize each user for remote access. So if it's left unticked, you will only have read access from that user. So the password has to be 8 characters long as well. So when you download from TIA portal to the HMI, that will overwrite any other configuration on the HMI. You can set these settings on the BIOS of the HMI, but just so you know, when you download from TIA portal, this configuration will overwrite that. So up in devices and networks, you'll see what your subnet is. So in this example here, the subnet is 192.168.100. Now this is important for what you need to set your access point to. The access point must be in the same subnet as your PLC network. So now what we're going to do is we're going to type in the IP address of our access point. So I have already set this to the same subnet as our PLC, but what you'll need to do is from default is type in the IP address of the router, change the IP address to the same subnet as your PLC, which I've done there. I've changed it to 192.168.100.225. We're then going to make sure that the DHCP server is enabled. So what this does is when you connect your tablet or any other device to the access point, it'll assign an address within that range. So it'll assign an address between 100 and .249. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to download the HMI, and that will install the Smart Server settings. Now I'm going to do a full download here, and I'm going to reset everything to the start values. So when that is installed, the next thing we will do is we are going to download an application from the App Store called Smart Client, and this is what will be downloaded onto your phone or tablet. So in the top right of the screen, we can see it's my iPhone there, and we're going to connect to the access point. And what we can now see is when we're connected is that the iPhone has been given an IP address in the same subnet as the PLC network. So we're going to click on the Smart Client and we will just fill in all the details here. So you can just give this any name you like. I'm just calling this Unified HMI. Then you're going to put in the IP address of the HMI. So in this case, it's 192.168.100.6. The port is default 5900. Now the password, you can either enter it here or wait until you try to connect. So I'm going to just wait till we connect. I'm then going to click onto the HMI. It's going to ask for a certificate, and that is now the HMI connected. I've just blurred out the logo there of the client that I'm currently doing the job for. So that's the end of the video, and from now you should be able to connect your phone or tablet to the HMI. I hope that helped, and if there's anything else anyone needs any help with, let me know in the comments and I can try and assist. Thank you.